हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे।
जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य शिव सदी गौर भक्त वृंदा। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिव सदी गौर भक्त वृंदा। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिव सदी गौर भक्त वृंदा। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधो जगतपते गोपेश गोपीकांत राधाकांत नमोस्तुते। तप्त कंचन गौरंगी राधे वृंदानेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। बोलो श्री राधे गोलोकानंद भगवान की जय।
जय।
हरे कृष्णा।
Hare Krishna, everyone.
Hare Krishna, everyone. Hare Krishna.
All right. So,
Krishna.
Krishna. So we started reading cantos 2 और श्लोक 24 पे थे हम लोग कल, राइट? तो आफ्टर परीक्षित महाराज जिन्होंने 2 क्वेश्चंस पूछे सूत गोस्वामी जी महाराज को और फिर मेडिटेशन के बारे में मन को कैसे लगाना चाहिए इसके बारे में पूछा, तो सुखदेव गोस्वामी जी रिप्लाई कर रहे हैं कि पहले तो आप ओम का ध्यान करो प्राणायाम करके, राइट? वी सॉ दैट। और उसके बाद में सुखदेव गोस्वामी जी बता रहे हैं कि उसके बाद में विष्णु भगवान का जो विराट रूप है उसको इस यूनिवर्स के सिमिलरिटी में देखा जा सकता है और उसी को वो डिस्क्राइब कर रहे हैं। तो सुखदेव गोस्वामी जी विष्णु भगवान के विराट रूप को डिस्क्राइब कर रहे हैं कि उसका ध्यान आप कर सकते हो। Yeah, so this gigantic manifestation of the phenomenal material world as a whole is nothing but the personal body. Okay, so the whole universe is thinking in terms of the personal body of the Virat Mahavishnu, of the absolute truth, wherein the universal resultant, past, present, and future of material time is experienced. Yeah, so this is what we read yesterday. Start from shlok number 25. Anil ji.
जी। अंडकोशे शरीरेऽस्मिन् सप्तावरण संयुते वैराजः पुरुषो योऽसौ भगवान् धारणाश्रयः। The gigantic universal form of the personality of Godhead within the body of the universal shell, which is covered by 7-fold material elements, is the subject for the Virat conception. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Tarun?
पाताल में तस्मै ही पादमूलम पंडति पर्ष्णि प्रपापते रसातलम महातलम विश्वसज्जोतस्य गुल्फो तथा तलम वे पुष्यस्यो जगते। Persons who have realized it have studied that the planets known as Patala constitute the bottoms of the feet of the universal Lord, and the heels and the toes are the Rasatala planets. The anklets are the Mahatala planets, and his shanks constitute the Talatala planets. Hari Om.
Hari Om. So, so as we have studied, there are 14 loks. Remember, we talked about 14, highest being the Brahmalok, Satyalok. And we are in the middle, and then at the bottom is the Patal Lok. So सुखदेव गोस्वामी जी महाराज परीक्षित को बता रहे हैं कि ये जो सारे लोक हैं वो विष्णु भगवान के विराट स्वरूप में देखे जा सकते हैं. So then he is describing. So how he is describing, right? So पाताल मेतस्य ही पादमूलम, like पैरों के नीचे के तले you have पाताल. पाताल के ऊपर you have रसातलम. Pathanti Parshni Prapade Rasatalam. So the bottom lok is Patal lok and above that is Rasatal, yeah, and then you have Mahatalam, uske upar, right? So Mahatalam is Vishrishujur Gulfo, and then you have Talatalam. So that's how he's describing those 4 loks. And actually all these 14 loks are also mentioned here. I think we should read this. So let's go through it. Sachin, you want to read?
The universe is divided into 14 planetary systems. 7 planetary systems called Bhur, Bhuvar, Swar, Mahar, Janas, Tapas, and Satya are upward planetary systems, one above the other. There are also 7 planetary systems downward known as Atala, Vitala, Sutala, Talatala, Mahatala, Rasatala, Patala, and Patala, gradually one below the other. In this verse, the description begins from the bottom because it is in the line of devotion that the Lord's bodily description should begin from his feet. Sukadeva Goswami is recognized devotee of the Lord and he is exactly correct in description. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, right? So this is the subject of the quiz for the next, when we review Cantos 2. How many planetary systems we have? Yeah. And there are 14 planetary systems. And the upper ones means upper above the Prithvi. So above the earth, we have Bhur, Bhuvar, Swar, Mahar, Janas, Tapas, and Satyalok. Satyalok is the highest, Brahmalok, are the upward planetary systems. And then we have the 7 below us, starting from, so Prithvi, then you have Atal, Vital, Sutal, Talatal, Mahatal, Rastal, and Patal. Okay, so those 14 planetary systems names are now given, right? So Ravi?
द्वे जानूनि सुतलं विश्वमूर्ते रुरुर्द्वयं वितलं चातलं च महितलं तज्ज घनं महीपते नभस्थलं नाभिभसरो गृह्णाति. The knees of the universe formed are the planetary systems of the name Sutala, and the 2 highest are the Vitala and Atala planetary systems. The hips are Mahitala, and outer space is a depression of his navel. Hare Krishna.
Krishna, right? So सुखदेव गोस्वामी जी बता रहे हैं परीक्षित महाराज को कि विष्णु भगवान का विराट स्वरूप में ध्यान करेंगे तो किस तरह से ध्यान करेंगे, right? So that's how he's describing, like starting from his feet, Patalok to higher earths. Mukesh?
पुरस्थलं ज्योतिरनिकमस्य ग्रीवा महावर्धन व जनुस अस्य तपोवरांटिम विदुर दिपुसम सत्यम तु शीर्षणि सहस्त्र शीर्षणः. The chest of the original personality of the gigantic form is the luminary planetary system. His neck is the Mahar planets, his mouth is the Janus planets, and his forehead is the Tapas planetary system. The topmost planetary system, known as Satyalok, is the head of he who has 1,000 heads. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So, so I think let's read this purport also. Yeah. Ajay, would you like to read?
The effulgent luminary planets like the sun and the moon are situated almost in the mid-place of the universe, and as such they are to be known as the chest of the original gigantic form of the Lord. And above the luminary planets, called also the heavenly places of the universal directorate demigods, are the Mahar, Janas, and Tapas planetary systems. And above all, the Satyalok planetary system, where the chief directors of the modes of material nature reside, namely Vishnu, Brahma, and Shiva.
Right. And yeah, Tarun? Right?
This Vishnu is known as the Shadrodrakshi Vishnu, and he acts as the super soul in every living being. There are innumerable universes floating on the causal ocean, and each of them, the representation of the Virat form of the Lord, is there, along with innumerable suns, moons, heavenly demigods, Brahmas, Vishnus, and Shivas. All of them situated in one part of the inconceivable potency of Lord Krishna, as stated in the Bhagavad Gita 10.14. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, right? So this is how Sukdev Goswami ji continually describing how to meditate on Virat Swarup of Lord Vishnu. Yeah. And Arina?
You ask me, Bhaiya?
Yeah.
Okay. Indradayo bahava ahurastra karno disha shrotram mushya shabdah nasatya dastro paramasya nase ghrano asya gandho mukhamagni riddha. His arms are the demigods headed by Indra. The 10 directional sides are his ears, and physical sounds in his sense of hearing. His nostrils are the 2 Ashwini Kumars, and material fragrance in his sense of smell. His mouth is the blazing fire. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yeah. And if you remember in Bhagavad Gita also, when Arjuna is asking Lord Krishna to show his Virat Swarup, right? So that's what is written in the para 1, that the description of the gigantic form of the personality of Godhead made in the 11th chapter of the Bhagavad Gita is further explained here in the Srimad Bhagavatam. The description in the Bhagavad Gita runs as follows. O Vishnu, I see you devouring all people in your blazing mouths and covering all the universe by your immeasurable rays. Scorching the worlds, you are the manifest. In that way, Srimad Bhagavatam is the postgraduate study for the student of the Bhagavad Gita. Right? Both of them are the signs of Krishna, the absolute truth, and so they are interdependent. Yeah. So as we saw, the Gita is, Bhagavad Gita is the graduation. We are all, I think, trying to do post-graduation now with Srimad Bhagavatam. Okay. Hello, Ajay.
Sure. Dharakshani chakshur bhutpagamam pakshmani vishnu rahani ubhecha tad bhuvi vijibhra parmeshthi disheshna maposya talu ras ev jihva. The sphere of outer space constitutes his eye pits, and the eyeball is the sun.
I think Ajay got disconnected or something. Can you hear me?
I think you are.
Okay, I think it's Ajay's line probably. So I'll just read it for him right now. So the sphere of outer space constitutes his eye pits, and the eyeball is the sun as the power of seeing. His eyelids are both the day and night, and in the movements of his eyebrows, Brahma and similar supreme personalities reside. His palate is the director of water, Varun, and the juice or essence of everything is his tongue. Right? So this is how Virat Swarup of Mahavishnu is being really described. Hello, Jitendra, Hare Krishna. Okay, Mayur, would you like to read?
Chandasyam anantasya siro granti damstra yama sneha kala vajini haso janon mada kari cha maya duranto saro yat apanga moksha. They say that the Vedic hymns are the cerebral passage of the Lord, and his jaws of teeth are Yam, god of death, who punishes the sinners. The art of affection is his set of teeth, and the most alluring, illusionary material energy is his smile. This great ocean of material creation is but the casting of his glance over us.
Krishna. Isn't it amazing how the Virat Swarup is being described, the form of those 14 planets, right? Sachin?
विदोत्तरोष्ठो अधर एव लोभो धर्म स्तनोधर्म पथोस्य अस्य पृष्ठम् कस्तस्य मेढ्रं वृष्णनो च मित्र कुक्षिः समुद्रा गिरयो अस्ति संग. Modesty is the upper portion of his lips, hankering is his chin, religion is the breast of the Lord, and irreligion is his back. Brahmaji, who generates all living beings in the material world, is his genitals, and Mitra Varunas are his two testicles. The ocean his waist, and the hills and mountains are the stacks of his bones. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Right? So Sukdev Goswami ji continue to describing Virat Swarup of Lord Krishna. Anil?
जी नद्यो अस्य नाड्योऽथ तनुरुहाणि महीरुहा विश्वत नोर्नृपेन्द्र अनन्तवीर्यः श्वसितं मातरिश्वा गतिर्व्यः कर्म गुणप्रवाह. O king, the rivers are the veins of the gigantic body, the trees are the hairs of his body, and the omnipotent air is his breath. The passing ages are his movements, and his activities are the reactions of the three modes of material nature. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Right? See how it's described. The rivers are the veins of the gigantic body. Yeah. And the activities are the reactions of the three modes of the material nature. Jitendra? Hare Krishna. Would you like to read?
Hare Krishna. Ishasya keshana viduram vahanam vastusya sandhya kurovya bhumna avam mahardyo manasya sa chandrama sarva vikarisho. O best amongst the Kurus, the clouds which carry water are the hairs on his head. The termination of days or nights are his dress, and the supreme cause of material creation is his intelligence. His mind is the moon, the reservoir of all changes. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Reena ji?
Anashaktim Mahima Mananti Sarvatmano Ananta Karanam Giritram Ashwashvat Yustra Gaja Nakhani Sarve Mriga Pashva Shroni Deshe. The principle of matter, Mahatattva, is the consciousness of the omnipresent Lord, as asserted by the experts, and Rudradev is his ego. The horse, mule, camel, and elephant are his nails, and wild animals and all quadrupeds are situated in the belt zone of the Lord. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. See how the whole universe is described. Isn't it amazing? Right? Ravi?
Yes. Vayansi tad vyakaranam vichitram manur manisha manujo nivasanah gandharva vidyadhara charana spara swara smriti sur rani kavi virya. Varieties of birds are indications of his masterful artistic sense. Manu, the father of mankind, is the emblem of his standard intelligence, and humanity is his residence. The celestial species of human beings like the Gandharvas, Vidharvyadras, Charanas, and angels all represents his musical reign, and the demoniac soldiers are representations of his wonderful prowesses. Hare Krishna.
Brahmananam Kshatrabhujo Mahatma Vidururam Srita Krishna Varna hai Nanabhida Bhijya Ganopapanno Pravyatmaka Karma Vinavitana Yoga hai. So the Virat Purusha's face is the Brahmanas, his arms are the Kshatriyas, his thighs are the Vaishyas, and the Sudras are under the protection of his feet. All the worshipable demigods are also overtaken by him, and it is the duty of everyone to perform sacrifices with feasible goods to appease the Lord. Arun?
Yanasavishraya vigrahya yam sannivesham kathito mayate sandharyate sminam vapushi satvishte manam swabuddha na yatosti kichitta. I have thus explained to you the gross material gigantic conception of the personality of Godhead. One who seriously desires liberation concentrates his mind on this form of the Lord, because there is nothing more than this in the material world. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, right? So if you're in the material world, then you can focus on this form. Yeah. Mukesh?
स सर्व धीव वृत्य भूत सर्व आत्मा यथा स्वप्रजन नैक्षिकते कहा तम सत्यमानंद निधिम भजेत नान्य यत्र सज्जेद यत् आत्मपातः. One should concentrate his mind upon the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who alone distribute himself in so many manifestations. Just as ordinary persons create thousands of manifestations in dreams, one must concentrate the mind on him, the only all blissful absolute truth. Otherwise, one will be misled and will cause his own degradation. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Right? So actually this also ends the Bhaktivedanta purport of the second canto, first chapter. So we are done with first chapter of second cantos. But here also it says, right? Like, O son of Kunti, at the end of millennium, every material manifestation enters into my nature, and at the beginning of another millennium, by my potency I again create. And the human life, however, is an opportunity to get out of this repetition of creation and annihilation. It is a means whereby one may escape the Lord's external potency and enter into his internal potency. Yeah. So I think so remarkable here. It says like the human life, all this kind of life is described, but the human life is the opportunity to get out of this repetition, right? And get into internal potency of the Lord from the external potency. Yeah. Hello, Srimad Bhagavatam ki Jai.
Jai.
So we have first chapter done. Tomorrow we'll start second chapter. Yeah. And which is about the Lord in the heart, right? So we saw like how Virat Swarup is described. And now Sukdev Goswami ji will talk about, and the Lord in the heart. Okay. So we'll have 2 minutes. We'll do the kirtan. Any comments, any questions? So I think a little bit technical right now, right? As Sukdev Goswami ji is describing it.
But it is, we have seen the Virat Swarup in Mahabharata or read in books. This is the first time you're actually describing what that Virat Swarup means.
Right.
And it's, I mean, the way it's explained, it's almost like you can visualize the whole Virat Swarup and see what happens. So it's amazing how many thousands of years ago it was written and how easily they have explained it.
Correct. Yes, it's amazing, right? If you really read that, and if you read the purport, and you can see like, and how do you not get distracted by anything else? How can you focus on the Virat Swarup and get into the meditational form to start it? It's really nice. Here the Kirtan. Let me share the screen.